All right, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be doing a end of the chapter problem, and it's going to be from chapter 8, and I've got it right over here. It is this one right here, number 4. Your 5-year-old daughter has just announced that she would like to attend college. The college board has reported that the average cost of tuition, board, room, and other expenses is $21,370 in the academic year. The cost has risen 2.8% over the last year, and you believe you can earn a rate of 8% on the investments. So I'm going to start right here. Just add a title. It's going to be college costs. And I'm going to start entering the information they gave us. So the current cost is going to be 21,370, and the inflation rate is next. Investment turn rate, years until college. College duration is going to be important. And she also gets it $10,000 inheritance at the end there. So let's add that. All right, let's just enter this information really quickly. All right, so we're gonna calculate the first year right here. It's gonna ask us how much it'll cost for tuition for the first year in 13 years. So we are going to want to use the future value. So we're gonna do future value function, and we're gonna enter the rate, which is B3. And we're gonna do the investment. Years until college. And that's going to give us our first year cost, which is going to be $30,000, $599. So now they're going to ask us, assuming that you plan to have enough money saved in 13 years for all 4 of your colleges, how much will you have accumulated by that time? Note the cost of tuition, room, and boards, graduated annuity growing 2.8% per year, and assume that you pay all costs at the beginning of the year. So this is going to be our total cost edit. All right, so we're going to have to write out the annuity formula, which is going to be our first cost multiplied minus 1 plus our rate. Divide that by 1 plus investment rate. Add up to how many years we have. And then our total cost is going to be $117,026.14 in year 13. Next, they ask us if you were to invest a lump sum today in hopes of covering your daughter's costs, how much would you have to invest? So, lump sum needed. So, we're going to use present value function. That's going to be our investment rate, our years until college, 0 is our payment, and then total cost. That's going to be $43,030.27. So next they ask us if we decided to invest annually instead, how much would you have to invest each year? What if you made investments monthly? So let's do annual investment first. And we're going to use the payment function for this. And that is going to be our rate, years until college, and then it's going to be $5,000 and 444. All right, so now we're going to do monthly investment. And that's going to be payment again. But this time we're going to divide our rate by 12. And then our years until college times 12. There we go. It'll be a monthly payment of $428.79. Next, they ask us, you just learned of the $10,000 inheritance and plan to invest in a new daughter's college fund. Given this new source of funds, how much will you now have to invest each year? So it's going to be, annual investment. And we're going to do payment function again. And now we're going to do this minus R. Monthly investment. And it'll be $5,000, 190. All right. So that's it for the problem, but I'm gonna um add something a little different. So we're going to do a what if scenario manager analysis. So you're going to want to go up to what if scenario manager. All right, so we're going to do best case versus worst case. And do the best case as 0.25 as the inflation rate. And we'll do our investment return as 10%. Gonna do our worst case. Make this. Okay. You can do this for, so right there you got our current values, which is would lead there. Our best case would be we had to invest that amount, and then worst case we would have to invest that amount in order to pay for our daughter's college in this problem. And you can also do that with your monthly investments as well. So you can run it again. You can do as well. And that'll give you the amount for your monthly um, amounts for the best case versus the worst case. So you'd only have to pay $342 in the best case when the inflation rate is a little bit lower and your investment is a little bit higher, and then the opposite worst case where the inflation is a little bit higher and then your investment's a little lower, you'd have to pay a higher amount down here. And can also do that with the total cost if you wanted to. So we could do that as well. You can basically do it with any of these if you would like, because the inflation rate and the investment return rate are always going to be changing depending on what the economy is doing at the time. So I like this problem because it's actually helpful in a real life scenario, and I thought that I could be able to use it in the future and felt like it would be a good example to get in and hone down because, college costs for your child is something that eventually I'm gonna have to do. And yeah, this just felt like a good real life example. And thank you guys for taking your time to watch this, and I'll see you next time.